Hey loves, welcome to another exciting cooking experience. If you're seeing this channel for the first time, my name is Rita. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. I cook, vlog, and do lifestyle. You are highly welcome. As a new subscriber, thanks for stopping by. Kindly watch, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And to my returning subscribers, I see you guys. I see you. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are making Ofe Nsala. Oh, Ofe Nsala. Oh, don't mind me. Today we are going to be making Ofe Nsala and pounded yam. I bought fresh chicken, hard chicken, also known as old layer here in Nigeria. So I'm going to be using chicken and some very special dried fish. I don't like catfish, but this delicacy actually requests for catfish. But because I don't like catfish, I'm going to be using dried fish instead. How to chop the fresh chicken into bite sizes, because this soup is liquidy kind of. It's actually called white soup also. The reason why it's called white soup is because we don't use palm oil to make it as every other Nigerian soup. Almost every other Nigerian soup that requires palm oil, there's virtually no palm oil in this one. So after cutting it in bite sizes, I had to rinse off. I've already cleaned before storing in the freezer. I blended pepper, crayfish, and onions. Added it, rinse off the blender, and the pepper soup spice that I always use, I always buy from one particular supplier who supplies me also banga spices. So I buy banga and pepper soup spices from the woman. It comprises of about 5 different spices. I buy it first before grinding. I like it in a powder form, so it's much easier for me to use when needed. I like my Nsala soup to be extra spicy with the pepper soup spices, and extra spicy with pepper, if you know what I mean. So I washed the dried fish with salt and hot water to get rid of all the impurities, the sand, the bones, and every other thing. I pressed and added. By the way, I'm going to be marinating the chicken, the fish with the spices and everything. I will marinate for like 1 hour, because you see this particular chicken, I'm going to eat it to the bones. So I want to be feeling the spiciness of the soup in the chicken bones. I like Ofe Nsala because it helps me control my stress level. Whenever I notice that I'm becoming weak, I just took Ofe Nsala and it jots me back to reality. My stress level this period has risen from 1% to 101%. So I just decided to make Ofe Nsala to help me, give me the strength to move on, to face the day as it goes by. Also, the medicinal value of Ofe Nsala is top notch. If you're feeling dizzy or nauseous or kind of weak, I would advise that you take a little bit of Ofe Nsala, to help your system. Ofe Nsala is actually a very simple soup to make, like one of the easiest soup once you put all your ingredients. By ingredients, I mean the proteins, the pepper soup spices. But if you're using different types of proteins like cow tripe, more, you have to make sure you cook separately for it to be a little bit tender before adding every other thing and just placing on the fire to cook. Very, very easy to make. Ofe Nsala is a delicacy also known as white soup, peculiar to the Igbo tribe of Nigeria, especially the people of Anambra State, especially the great people of Anambra State. Ofe Nsala is a pretty spicy one, and it has a high content of vitamin C, proteins, omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, carbohydrates, and essential amino acids. It also helps you fight cold. When you have nasal congestion, just take hot, spicy Ofe Nsala and it will help you clear your airways. And it is essentially beneficial to new mothers after childbirth. After marinating for 1 hour, I just added in 1 bowl of water and turned on the cooker. It's going to cook for a period of 30 to 40 minutes until the proteins are tender. We're going to be pairing Ofe Nsala with pounded yam. What is Ofe Nsala without good old traditional pounded yam? We'll be cooking it side by side with the Nsala soup because I'll be needing the yam once it's pounded to act as a thickener to the soup. It helps thicken the soup and also allows you get hold of the food, like without having the soup running down your fingers. It's a fantastic time of the year to have good yams. The yams usually at this time of the year are white, fluffy when you're pounding, even when you're eating it, when you boil or fry. They're so tasty now. By the time they start planting yams, when you start getting to see those other ones that are not really pleasant, but it's a wonderful time to eat yam at this season. So after bringing it to the boil, I had to turn the Ofe Nsala. You can see it's cooking nicely. One thing I love about Ofe Nsala is the aroma that it gives to your kitchen. Man, by this time, everybody would know the kind of soup that you're making. And in some parts of the states in Nigeria, they would think you're actually making it for a new mother because it's a signature soup for new mother. Like after childbirth, they use this soup to bring back their system to normalcy, if you know what I mean. This particular spice that wasn't added, it was left out purposely by me because that particular spice is strictly for mothers who just put to bed. So by this time the yam was ready. I had to pound because I needed to add some part of the pounded yam to thicken the soup. The soup by this time was 90% ready, so I had to hurriedly pound to add the thickener before I bring down the soup. Few minutes later, I was done pounding, so I had to take a little bit of the pounded yam. I did not add water to it because I needed it to be hard. Within 2 minutes, it's actually going to melt in the soup, so there was no need for me to soften it up a little bit after pounding. I added about 7 balls of pounded yam because I do not want the soup to be too thick. You still need to use your spoon to take the soup as you're using your hands to eat the pounded yam soup. After which I covered it up. It cooked for about 3 minutes, after which you turn off the heat. To the remaining pounded yam in the mortar, I had to add in some hot water to soften it up a bit because it was too hard for me to swallow. I have quite a number of cooked yam in the pot that I have to be pounding. I pounded like 3 times before it was exhausted. I had to check on the soup after pounding and it was ready, so I gave it one final stir. As you can see, it's thick already. This is the consistency I like my Nsala soup, because I'm going to be eating it with spoon, with my hands and with spoon, after which I turned off the heat. Serve hot. Your pounded yam is ready, your soup is ready, so just serve. This is the kind of spicy food that we need in this period. It will ginger us to collect our PVC and vote. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? This is where it's happening. Now here it dey happen. Or back on a bottle. I'll advise you to please subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. And to my returning subscribers, I say a very big thank you to all of you for the show of love and the support. I won't lie, this Ofe Nsala actually helped me overcome the stress that I've been facing lately. And I'll also eat it with rice a few days from now, because I had to scoop some and store in the freezer. It's very, very delicious and spicy. You really need to try this. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.